So there is really very little to add with Ripple, especially because the correction is very muted and we're still bouncing at the top of a one. So gold is a sell. We have another question if gold is a sell or buy. Gold is, that's again my personal opinion on it, but most analysts believe it is a sell too. I personally believe gold is a sell, a very strong sell, all the way down to 1,600. And okay, so gold is a sell. I would not buy it. I would not personally, this is me, I would not consider to buy gold, even if after release of the minutes you find gold is at maybe 1,800, 1,805. I would still consider it as a sell, but again, that's my personal bias on gold. You could always consider that gold is a sell fundamentally if you're seeing that all alt currencies and all cryptocurrencies are going up. There are two different asset classes and they usually move inverse to one another. If one is going up, the other is going down, because money will move into one of these two asset classes. So we expect we'll be going into the detail, into very strong detail on all the cryptocurrencies. There is a very protracted degree 4 trend, but this degree 4 trend is just getting time prolonged. We will check it on Bitcoin, we'll check it on Ethereum. It is a degree 4 trend. It is supported by a positive 4-hour momentum plot on both of these two cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and on a daily momentum plot. So we have two higher degree trending cycles, and that means that we should be buying into that level 4, and that it will only be time elongated and probably not give us lower extreme levels. Okay, so you would expect that most probably stocks will be going down, most cryptocurrencies will be going up, gold will be going down, unless we get maybe to 6% interest rates or 7% interest rates, or there is a very strong global inflation. Then you will find that at some point gold will start reversing and moving higher. There is a metric for this, meaning that it would depend on how much short-term interest rates you're making on the dollar for smart monies to realize that you're better invested in gold, that the prices gold will be rising because of course there is inflation, and therefore it's better to move your funds into gold out of cash. So I'm not really sure how much would that mean related to an interest rate, but at this point of time where we are today, gold is overpriced. You want gold to see it maybe at 1,500. Okay, so we're gonna have to see gold move lower and the dollar move higher, so long as there is a good chance that there will be inflation and there will be interest rate injection, short-term interest rate injection into the economy. All right, we're back here to Ripple. This is the daily chart. So just to understand why this is taking so much time, we have this segregation since yesterday. We have it on our analysis. This is definitely a wave 1-2. This is a very strong signal, good signal that we want to be in. Okay, we are not yet labeling it as such, but we all realize this is an internal level 2 right here. So at some point when this breaks up above the neckline, all right, you will find that that internal level 1-2 here moves here. You're having, this is internal 1 and internal 2, and level 1 actually moves here. We're still not there yet, but that's what you're looking at. You're looking at 1-2 here, moves here. This is 1 and this is 2. This is higher. This is just a 1-2 wave, very small. There's a neckline here, no problem. We really have a neckline here. This is what this is going to be doing, okay, because of the signal. There's a 1-2. If we break above that neckline, looks like we're going to be breaking above that neckline. We'll check all of the intermediate term cycles. Okay, so this is a 1-2. Now I hope the background noise is not disturbing you. We would take a recess, but we might as well get Ripple finished. Okay, so there's a 1-2 here. There's gonna be an internal 1 and an internal 2. Of course it did a 2A, 2B, 2C. The signal is very important. We're up now in wave 3. We are actually testing the top of one. This is what's happening, and the top of internal one. That's why we have room to fall. It turns out we have room to fall to $1 and 0.99. This is still going. We have time for that correction. Okay, but the market is bullish. If we're having entries at 110 and 109 and 108, we're looking to 135. Seriously. All right, so someone may ask if you think that we are able to see levels of level 1 here. Let's have it increase in size. Level 1 here, and there's level 2 here. Okay, so if we really think that this is a correct segregation, or this is the correct cycle, and you are very sure that this is also going to be an internal 1-2 situation, and that we are now supporting on this, evidently this becomes like this. All right, and you're now supporting on that neckline. That's why we are here today. If you think we're gonna be going down to 1.01, so what are we doing? Buying into 1.09 and 110? Okay, because we may not go there. We may not go to one. This could rise very quickly, so we want to be in the money, especially that we are impacted by that liquidation case. All right, so this is a primary swing trade, and if, as most reports fundamentally are showing, that the outcome will be favoring Ripple, then this will not only go to 1.35, this will actually go to $3, will move very fast, very high. We have really to be in the money. Okay, so that is what we're saying. We do not want to be, we do not want to be anxious. We have to be more patient. This is I think would be a very good trade to take. Everything is pointing for that breakout higher into 5, and that 5 is going to be, could extend. If it doesn't extend, it's going to be end of A at the neckline. Then we have an ABC again, and we would take profit, of course, at 1.35, but we'd go for the best. We believe this is really going to be doing 170, all right, and of course even higher levels. So the trade is solid so far. So let's check the internal momentum. Okay, so we did check 4 hours, and we checked the 1 hour. We did check the 4 hours on the 1 hour charts, and they're all showing a trending momentum. Now what we are seeing here, of course, is a degree 4 correction. Any degree 4 correction should record negative momentum. All right, so this is contained by oversold. This is a 1 hour chart. We have potential to fall again all the way down to level 1 here. This is just 1.01. That's all there is to it. If you're not already in the market, you would simply pick out a bottom at 1.02, 1.03. We all know now how to do that. We would go down to the 15 minutes and smaller time frames. All right, so we would of course do a segregation for this using an A, B, and a C. There is still that X, and that C is still continuing. You have a 1, 2, this is a 3, 4, this is still going to be a 5 because this is C. Okay, so of course this has changed. We have this 4 here. Oh, and the 1, 2, there's a 3, there's a 4. Now we're gonna add that 5. So we can just do projections to know how far we expect to go down. But we're doing 4C right now, and that will be the end of that correction. The correction ends, of course, once we have even a micro fundamental development or micro fundamental breakout. Micro fundamental news breakout. We're looking at 1.02, 1.03, $1.005. Okay, so if we want to trade it in a technical sense, if we're buying, for instance, 110 and these kind of levels, we go out at profit at 1.16. We wait for that bounce, go out at profit at 1.16, check momentum. Momentum should begin to give us a degree 3, all right, on the 15 minutes. If we get that, then we buy again 110 and 111 and 112, this kind of levels, all right, and we're off, we're going higher. Okay, so This is if we want to close out our position and load at lower levels. And then if we're going out at 112 or 113, you're looking at, this is a 3, this is a 4. 4 can take you all the way to 1.13, 112.90 here. Market moves lower again, we're going to 1.02 and 1.01. We accumulate very strongly because we expect to take out 1.35. All right, so this is the technical vision. Again, it may not happen. All right, so to make money, we have to be in the money, meaning at least we have to be partly invested at 110 all the time, maybe 109, 106, whatever. I believe we bought around 106 and 107 and 108. We would hold that for the breakout. Okay, if we still have money, we will add, if we see this level, $1.01, $1.01. Okay, and then we could take partial profits at 116 and 130 and carry on with the trend. Okay, this is probably more tilted to be a fundamental trade than, this is really more of a fundamental trade than a technical trade because of the potential of the move. All right, the potential of the move is we are bouncing here at that level 109. We're going, of course, to test that neckline 135. It's showing here at 140. If there is a breakout in all cryptocurrency markets as an asset class, plus if Ripple does win that litigation case, it will become a primary crypto asset. We're looking at level 5. We'll do at least $3, break the old market high at any rate, which is around 2.3. so we're going to looking at $3. So the potential is strong. We just need to shift our labels. Okay, the extension is just a bit more deep, and it is not really that deep. We just checked it on the 1 hour chart, so we'd expect that we have potential just to go to $1, this level here. $1 is even above 50%, and therefore we're okay. We would still carry on with that trade. There is really nothing counter the trade. There's really nothing counter the trade. We're doing that risk matrix. We would buy around 110. We expect we are in at 106. All right, we'd still hold it. We then have to take down the stop. Right? We should be taking down the stop instead of that 1.02. We already checked the market. Okay, so the market is currently 1.09, but we have checked it on the daily. We know that we can go, and on the 15 minutes we can go all the way to $1. Okay, so of course we need to take down that stop all the way to 0.9 or 0.95 at least. Okay, over here we're looking at 0.9, below levels 1 and 2 altogether. We're looking, of course, below level 1 and these ones here. This is 0.96. In order to avoid spikes, you're best at 0.92.